Alright, Shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command and Jerry Hunter. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The ISUPK is not affiliated with any other group. And since 1969, we've been holding down and defending the truth and teaching according to the Bible and other outside historical texts and sources in archaeology that, according to all those facts and proof and prophecy, that the blacks, the transatlantic slave trade, and the natives of North, Central, and South America are the true biblical Israelites according to those texts and the Bible, of course. You understand? And today is a Friday night Lashawan Qadash Class, the Hebrew class. I'm Priest Officer 500, Shangar Ban Yamnin, holding it down in the city of London in the UK. You understand? So last week, went over a couple of things. We went over how the wa added into a word, right? It would always contextualize the word as a verb. You understand? Meaning it's a verb, meaning it's an action. Like, for example, you understand? So, like, yeah. Class is, we went over last week, but I'll go over it just slightly again. Last one, Qadash, right? If you can even see it, right? Okay, let's get you in a little bit closer, right? Right, which means holy tongue, or right, it's the holy tongue, right? But the wa, right? Because the root word of like we went last week, right? The wa is the ing sound, you understand? Or the doing, the action, the verb. Wa is added in because the root word is lashan. Without the wa, it's lashan. When you add the wa in there, it's the action. And the action of the tongue is what? To speak. That's the action of the tongue, the language. That's why it's written in the Old English, it says tongue, because it's synonymous with language. You understand? So this is the last one for this class. When fake Israelite groups, when they're misguided and either lack of knowledge because of their heresy and their betrayal of their own brothers and betrayal of the truth, you understand, their dishonor. And then in that dishonor, they have the lack of the knowledge on the truth and the sound doctrine. And so when someone says to you, shalom, they're literally saying piecing, which is not correct. When you want to say peace unto your brother or your sister, which is shalom. You understand? So, like we always do, before I get into anything further, we'll start off with the alphabet, the R and the Tha, the alphabets, man. You understand? We'll go through the ancient Hebrew, which is in its original form and text, you understand? And then we'll go into the Assyrian, which was the outside influence which we gained from being in the Assyrian captivity under the rule of the Assyrians today. You understand? Assur, as you read out in the scriptures, right? So we're going to go through those things now. All right, I'm going to recite the alphabet. Abba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Ta, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. You understand? Well, I just pin it down. I'm going to have to use another one. I have a lot of ammunition today. Change that. Okay, right. So, hopefully the light's not too overbearing, and you guys can actually see what the hell's on the board. Okay. It's a lighter color than usual, so it's a lock here, but you should be able to see everything. Right. Alright, good, no sweat. Abagada hawaza ka ta ya ka la ma na sa I pataza kwa ra sha and tha. Right, that is the ancient Hebrew. You understand? That is the ancient Hebrew alphabet. That looks good. Yeah. Okay, no sweat. Alright, so give it a little bit of time. Okay, we're gonna move on. Those of you that may be new, you understand, you can always pause and rewind the class. You understand? And get your notes down. Now we're gonna go to the Assyrian Hebrew alphabet. The Hebrew alphabet that has the outside influence of the Assyrian language. Okay, so that is the Syrian Hebrew. You understand the more modern day Hebrew that you read in your modern day literature. That's what you must learn, as well as the, of course, ancient. Abba Gada Hawaza Kata Ya Ka La Mana Sa Ipataza Kwa Rasha. Okay, a little bit of time to get that all down if you haven't got it already. Okay. So Okay, it's more than enough time. So we are now going to move on to the rest of the class. So that was both the Assyrian and the ancient Hebrew. Okay. Okay. So now, like I was mentioning earlier, in regards to, people that say shalom, you understand? It is just uneducated people who learned from those who broke their oaths. You understand? And they did not understand. But you understand. Alright, so no sweat. So now I'm gonna go for a couple of words, just as an example of why what I said, you understand, is the facts. Right, so now, where's that? Okay, no sweat. So one word we have is open, right? Open, you understand? And that word in Hebrew is pathak. I think I may have went over this already, but no sweat. It's just an example. Pathak, right? Those is right, pathak. Okay, but now, like we said earlier, the war, when you add the war into a word, it is now a verb. Opening, right? Which is pathawak. Which you add in the war in the word. The middle of the word. Right. You see? Pathawak and pathak. You understand? Just get it all down if you haven't got that down already, written down somewhere. Right? The wa when it's added into a root word in the middle of the word. You understand? It is the verb, it is the action. Like we went over last week. For those fake Israelites out there who've been taught falsely, you understand? This is the home of the truth, man. You understand? And this is the thing. This is the root of all of the fundamental things that you're taught by your false leaders. You understand? This is where it all comes from, man. This is the home of the truth. And those men are unauthorized to teach. You have not been first taught properly to be able to teach. You understand? But no sweat. Okay, so we're gonna move on from that, of course. And no, I can leave it on there actually. I'll just add this, which is what I just said earlier. Right. Shalom, which of course means peace. In context, peace unto you or the person you're speaking to. Right? But and then they have shalom. Which of course makes no damn sense. Piecing. You know what I mean? If you speak to go back in time as yourself and you say that to one of the brothers, they're gonna look at you like there's something wrong with you. You understand? But there is something wrong with false teachings and misguided teachings. That's why the UPK is here, to set things right and to defend the truth of things. But yeah, open is pathak. Opening, the action, is pathawak. Pathawak. Shalom is peace, right? The verb would be piecing, right? Which is shalom. But shalom is not a greeting. It doesn't make any sense, right? Okay, let's let it leave there for a little bit. And no, time goes by quick. All right. So we're gonna go through a set of words, translated from English to Hebrew, and just for you guys to get down. And we're gonna also continue the numbers too. So we're not gonna do much of the numbers, but it's gonna be a part of this class. Of course, it's called 90 to 100. So, so it's just to let you know that it's just so that brothers and sisters, if you want to look at the classes, you want to know how to count from 1 to 100 in Hebrew. You can look at the class, and the title of the class will give you the numbers that is set for that class. And I was not limiting the class to just the numbers, of course, because that would just be ridiculous. But you understand that is the marker. So you can always look back on these videos and say, you know what, let me type in ISUPK or UK or just ISUPK and then type in Lashawan Qadash numbers 20 to 30 or so on and so forth. You understand? So we're going to move on from there. Okay. So now, first word I'm going to go through is beard. You understand? A man ought to have a beard and not mar the corners of his beard, meaning don't get no damn lineups. If you're like me, your natural line of your beard is perfectly aligned and isn't patchy. Some brothers, unfortunately, that is how it is, but regardless, you are unable by law to mar or destroy the corners of your beard. Right? So now the next word is beast. The beasts of the field, right? In its perfect context. Bana. Beautiful. Yapa. Because yeah. Double check the rest of it. So bed is Mama Ta. Right, I'm gonna double check because you read that out for now. For now, we'll work it out. Before. So last week I would have covered the word forward, right? I covered the word forward, and right in Old English, for or before me is in front of me, right? That is before us or before myself. It is before me. What is before me? In front of me, right? So before and forward in ancient English was commonly used as the same thing. Of course, before is a time period, but that's the word. You understand? It's the same word, which is Laponia, called Laponia, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let me double check. I'll just write it in the Hebrew. Right. Okay. And before Lapanya. Okay. So there you have it. So beard is a Kwan, beast is Bana. Notice of course how you pronounce it, you understand the punctuation that is used in the ancient Hebrew. This marker is of course to symbolize how you pronounce it, right? It is Za, singular. You pronounce the character on its own when this marker is beneath it. When there's a joining marker, of course, Kwan, Kwa, Na, Kwan, together. Just to recap, if those for those who may be new to the Lashawan Qadash classes, or may not have heard it before. Right? Okay, and then of course at the bottom we have Lapanya. Let me try to adjust this camera, adjust it a little bit. Yeah, right. Should be alright. Yeah. Okay. In fact, while that's happening, let me just double check. Hmm. Yeah. Right. No sweat. Okay. Kaya. Okay. No sweat. Let me come out the way. Take you a little bit of time to get this down. A little bit of time. Where's my phone? Okay. Right. So again, Zaquan is bid, beast is bana, beautiful is Japa, bed is mamata, right? Before is lapanya, or forward or before lapanya. Right. We're gonna move on now. So now the word because or cause, because I'm gonna put cause, right, is kaya. Mhm. Beginning, Ra'ashias. I think I may have done uh, in the beginning, right? I've done in the beginning, which is bar Ra'ash, but this is beginning Ra'ashiath, right? Possessive in its own singular self, right? Okay, right. Behind, behind, Akaya, Akaya, yeah, right. Behold, right? That's something you're gonna hear in the Bible a lot. Behold, this is, you understand? To behold something means to listen and to bear witness to it. Behold, Hana. Believe. Ha'amayan. Yeah, right. Okay, so the first one, simple enough. Kaya, kaya. Mm, Ra'ash. Ra'ash, yes. Okay. Beginning, Ra'ash, yes. Ra'ash is the head. Of course, it went over last week. Ra'ash is the head. The head is synonymous with the thing that's in front or before. What's in charge, the head. The head is in charge, right? The head is in charge of the body. So in the Hebrew, Ra'ash means the head or the beginning. It is the one that it is the beginning. You understand? The head is the beginning. That's when it starts. You know, that's where it starts with. It starts with the head. You understand? Like when in the race, they say the guy who is ahead of you, he's ahead of you. He's in front of you. He's beginning the race. He's starting. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Ra'ash Ra'ashiath is beginning. Behind. Behind. Akarya. 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 Even doing that to get originally. Akar. Yeah. Okay. Behold. Hana. Behold. Okay. behold, which is hana. I'm gonna get out of the way soon. And believe, ha'a mayan, ha'a mayan. Ha'a mayan. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna give you that time to write it all down. Just make sure these things are on point. So you can see. Alright. Okay, that's better. Right. So kaya, because ra'ash yath, right? Beginning, right? Or bar ra'ash, which is in the beginning. Bar meaning in and ra'ash meaning the beginning. Right? So ra'ash yath, right? Behind akaya, right? Behold, hana, right? And then believe, ha'a na yan, ha'a mayan. I think the light is in the way slightly. Okay. There's not much you can do. Right, but that should be right. So you can see it better like that. So I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And another 5, 4, 3. Just so that when you can pause it, you can then get this, right? And 5, 4, 3, 2. Ha'a mayan. Okay? Okay. Okay, that's enough. For time's sake, you guys can always rewind, pause, and so on and so forth. Alright, we ain't gonna spend too much time on that. I'm just gonna get a couple more words and then let's see. Give us some numbers as well. Let's get that done today. So cool. let's go through some more words. How much time we got? Okay. So now, black. Let me start from the actual upper sides. Stream. Right. So black is Shakar War. Ka War. Blackboard, or like the board that they used to teach with. You understand? Lawak. Lawak. Okay. To blaze. Lahab. To blaze. Right. Bless, of course. You should know this one. So you have to say it really. Right. Barak. Blood. Done. And we can do, no, that's enough. Right. That would be sufficient. Okay, so right, Shakar War, black. Blackboard or board for teaching or writing on to teach is Lawak. Okay. To blaze is Lahab. Okay, Lahab. Right, to bless, Barak. Barak. And blood, you understand? Like the famous officer in the school in the UK, which is tomorrow's class actually. Priest and officer 5000, Dum Gabar, right? Blood warrior. Right? So Dum, 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 Dum Gabar. Dum. Okay. Alright. Just so you know. Uh, and okay, there you go. We got black, which is Shakawa, Shakawa, right? We have blackboard, which is Lawak, which is blackboard. You understand? A board for teaching and writing on with the chalk and so on and so forth. Blaze, blaze is Lahab, Lahab. To bless is Barak, Barak. And blood is Dam, 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 Dam. Right. So okay. So we're gonna give you the time to write this all down. Okay. Okay, gonna cut it off now. We're gonna move on. We're gonna hit up the numbers because let's see. Okay, so yeah, and every week we'll go through different words and things. And I'm gonna go through Psalm 83 soon. Right. Okay. So last week we went to number 90, I believe. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We went to number 90. So we went from 80 to 90 last week. Now we're gonna go to 90 to 100. Understand? So, okay. So, yeah. So, Thashayim, which is 90. Akab Thashayim, Shanya Thashayim, which is 92. Shalash Thashayim, 93. All right, 93. Arabai, 94. Arabai Thashayim, 94. Kamash Thashayim, 95. Shashar, 96. Okay. What is it? Oh, damn it. Let's see if you can see that. Oh, there you go. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Okay, 91, which is like 90, which is Thashayim, Akkad Thashayim, 91, Shanya Thashayim, 92, Shalash Thashayim, 93, Arabai Thashayim, 94, Kamash Thashayim, 95, and Shashar Thashayim, 96.
Still saying this gon' get worse if you don't. Woe to the wicked who think that this shit is all just a joke. Pray for my bruise up in Cali cause it's up in smoke. Stole our identity, then you kept it all hidden. We didn't deserve the way you was dealing with us so differently. Didn't we have identity? Damn it, that's just a memory. But now we bout to double the ante through our defenders. We get too many days, all now I'm on the move. Trying to save y'all, wake up to the news. It's a blaze, wishing death to fake Jews. Like I'm head off, and I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Get some more fire, more fire. I just pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping you pulling more fire, more fire. More fire, more fire, all pressure. See, I've been here for a little.
Okay, so lock here. So we're gonna move on from there. We're gonna go to that 97 to 100. Okay. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know about this music, man, you gotta subscribe to the Patreon, man, of Lost Tribes, man. Subscribe to the Lost Tribes Patreon. You understand? There's a channel on YouTube, Lost Tribes. You understand? That's where you get real music, man. You know what I mean? Anything else is just, it's alright, but that's real music right there, man. You understand? Okay, so now 97, right? Yeah. So should buy. Yeah. Shema, we just stick to, Shema, so rock the people. Alright. For shy. I may have to double check that one, because right, 100. Understand? 100. Alright, no slip. So what I will do actually, not might, but will. Alright, that's the rest of the numbers. We'll add some more words. Okay. I'll give you a little bit of time to write the last numbers. So yeah, Ma'ah is 100, right? So I would even fully introduce myself in Hebrew. I would say Kahan Wa Kwatazayan Kamash Ma'ah Shangar Ban Ban Yam Yun Ban Yasha'ala, which is priest and officer. So Kahan, which is priest, you understand? Kwatazayan, which is officer. Kahan Kwatazayan Kamash Ma'ah, which is 500. Shangar Ban Ban Yam Yun. Right. Ban Yasha'ala. You understand? Don't worry, I'm gonna play that song after. Let me get the couple of words in. But yeah, that's that real One West music right there, man. Lost Tribes. Remember that. Remember I said that. Remember that. Lost Tribes, you know. Captain Kataza, you know what I mean? Captain Taha War, you understand? Captain Akkad Abarayam, you understand? All the heavy hitters, man. You know what I mean? That wasn't even in order. So like, yeah, completely back to front. But yeah, if you want that, you know, get that One West music, man, go to YouTube, go to Lost Tribes, and that's tribes with a Z at the end or a Z at the end. You understand? Lost Tribes with a Z. You understand? Subscribe to the YouTube and then hit up the Patreon. Subscribe to that Patreon, man. You get the real music, man. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Okay, that should be it. So, Shabai Fashayim 97, Shamawana Fashayim 98, Fashayim, I got to double check that 99, but as far as which is clear, 99, and Ma'ah, which is 100. Come a long way, people. 1 to 100. You understand? Alright, don't sweat. So we'll move on. Yeah. Anyway. Right. So blue. Blue is a color that in ancient times was our favorite color. It was one of the most hardest colors to make in ancient times in Israel, and it was our favorite. Blue. The color blue, right, in the Hebrew is for color, far color. Write down the word people far color. Far. That's blue. The treasured color. You understand? Alright. So the word body. Go up. No, what? Right, yeah, go up. Yeah, go up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Book is Sapar. Sapar. To be born. Born. Nalawak. Na walak. Na walak. Now what? Yeah, so we can leave it at that. You understand? So, to doing the Hebrew, Salakia, go up, Sapa, boom. Okay, born Nawalak, right? And the last one, box, Sabah,
cause they tried to keep it on the low from all my posts because they know so I'm a killer with the flow. Blinded by the dope, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that troll, locked up and buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop us low, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Hey, who shot these smalls? If we don't get them, they gon' get us all. And I begin if I just sit back while my people fall. There is no contestant when we all in this together, so let's come together now so we can end this shit forever. I don't wanna go to school, I'd rather read up on my enemies and study all the methods used to kill my people mentally. Sex, money, and drugs is destroying our identity, and this ain't nothing new. This shit been going on for centuries. Instead of fighting for rights, we should been fighting for our land. Now we fighting for the man that go right into their plan. And I'm sick of this, it's ridiculous how the government is such hypocrites. They make the laws, then break the laws. How serious should I take the laws? My blood, homie, I take a loss. This family first, worst come to worst, and I die for mine. Me and my niggas, we charged up like outline. We strapped up like Columbine when it's wartime on the front line. Facts life, I'm acting like I was born again. It's an afterlife. No one knows because they tried to keep it up.
Okay, so Salakia. Let's just move on real quick. Another set of words, and then we'll be able to close out class. Obviously, if you didn't get most of the information down, you know what I'm saying? So now another, okay, we got boy. I think it's male or man, but we'll double check. Sure, boy, is that your lad? Your lad. Right, branch, as in the branch of a tree. Understand? I know. Right. Brass. Back on the brass. Nakashaf. Nakashaf. Right, nakashaf. To break. Is Shabbat. Okay. To bring. Bar Ya'af. Same. To bring, and one more, bronze, Arad. Okay. So your lad is boy, branches are knock. Brass is nakashaf. Break is shabah. Baryaf is bring. Bronze is arad.
But I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop us, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Check it, get your life right, cause this the last call. Christ coming back, and he's gonna judge us all. It can happen while you shopping, walk around the mall. Where you from, where you at, Babylon will fall. Lose your head by the sword, all obey his laws. You hear them drum beats, we ain't missed the war, but it's a holy one. I speak the holy tongue. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shalom. I got the most high power, I ain't need a gun. I'll be out here repping till his kingdom come. His bread's for the children, you can't get a crumb. Yeah, they hear me, they ain't feeling where I'm coming from. But lottie-dottie, fuck everybody from the Catholic Church to Illuminati. Christ coming back, not an Anunnaki. Trying to warn the people, but they tried to knock me. What you thought that I wasn't gonna throw my voice in? Fuck all of y'all, white Jesus poison. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they won't, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dope, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that drone, locked up, get buried in a hole. They wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop a glow, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they won't, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dope, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that drone, locked up, they buried in a hole. They wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop a glow, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow.
Okay, get it down in the Hebrew as well. Yalad, I know what, like I not. I not, Nakashaf, which is brass, Nakashaf, right? Shabar, which is to break, Shabar, which is to break, Bariath, not Bariath, Bar Ya'af, right? Bar Ya'af, and bronze, which is Arad. Right. Yeah, this is clear. There you go. Okay. Right. So now, let's just get that all done. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna close out. So lock it, but you may have to just pause it so you can get this down if you haven't got it down already. Okay. All right. So now that'll be the class. You understand? That concludes the class for this week. You understand? So like if you didn't get to write this down, but for time's sake you have to close out. But you can always pause it. You understand? So this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command and Jerry Hunter. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, teach will arrange it. After 6 months, if his brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3 and 8 to 10, means 10% in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase that the Lord gives you. Gifts to the Treasury Department or teacher priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming high holy days is Salakia Purim, you understand, in February. Right? Announce holy calls, you know what I'm saying? Remind Akim and Akwafik to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, we do this courtesy salute. I Majum Shabbat, I Majum Barak, Yahweh Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatam. To the sisters, Yahweh Shema Alatah Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yad Yom Ta, class dismissed.